Hi everyone, welcome to my class. Today in this class we are going to discuss about the ternary operator in Java. Ternary operator. Okay, so let's start. So ternary operator is what? As we know that we have already done the unary operator, binary operator. So similarly ternary operator now we will do. So as we know that unary operator means it works on one operand. Binary operator means it works with the two operands. Similarly the ternary operator works with the three operands. Okay, so operand wise these are the three types you know all. So now what is the use of ternary operator? Now we will learn today from this class. So let's start. Ternary operator. So ternary operator, there are fixed two operators present. One is the question mark, this is the actual, okay, afterwards I am telling, and second one is the colon. First one is the question mark, second one is the colon. Now where does it work? Ternary operator where we use? Mainly the ternary operator is actually the substitute of the if else statement. We can say the ternary operator as the substitute of if else statement, where it works with some conditions, it depend upon some conditions. Okay, so this question mark is actually the representation of if statement or if block. Similarly the colon is actually the representation of else block of or else part or else. So question mark represents if and colon represents else. So these two are the ternary operators. Okay, now what is the actually syntax? How does it construct to represent any substitute as the substitute of if else statement? So the syntax is like, first we use the condition. First here we will use the condition. After followed by condition, then we will start one question mark. So if this condition returns the true, then the question mark part, this is the true part, followed by the question mark, we will use the true part of the if block, means sorry, true part of the condition. So if this condition returns true boolean value, so followed by question mark, this part will use, otherwise colon followed by colon, this will be the false part, and after that we will put the semicolon. In between here there will be no semicolon, remember. So this is the main syntax of the ternary operator, that is first we will start with the condition. So if this condition returns the true values, then followed by question mark, so which is the actually true if part, followed by it this true part will execute, otherwise if the condition returns a false value, then this false part followed by the colon till the semicolon, this full part will execute. Okay, so let us go with some examples. So first I am writing one if else block. First I am writing one if else block. Simple if else one program I am writing. Which program we did in the last day, that is the if maximum between two numbers, and that program we will now convert, now we will write over here. So first suppose just the condition part I am writing, not the full program. If A is greater than B, then max is equal to A, else max is equal to B. So this is the one if condition, one if else condition. If the value of A is greater than B, then max will be value of A, otherwise the max value will be the B. So what is the meaning of it, that you know very well. So this construction, now how we will convert into the if else block. Okay, so I am writing over here. So first we will start with the condition. So condition is what? A greater than B. So we will write A greater than B. So first will be the condition. If this condition returns the true, then question mark part, then what is happening, max is equal to A colon max is equal to b and then semicolon. But this is the part we can write like in this way, but we will not write like in this way, we will make it much more short. So look at here, actually we can make it more short form to, because it is all means unless unrequired means this is these two things are actually repetitions. So max equal to max equal to, so these two things useless, so twice it is max equal to we are using. So instead of this we could write this one with a together. So how we will write? So here depending upon this particular condition, max value for both the cases max is assigning, for both the cases max is assigning either with the a value or with the b value. So these things together we can write in this way, max is equal to, so we can start this one with the variable. So max is equal to, so max value will be here assigned on the basis of this condition a greater than b. And how does it? If it is true, so max will be either a or colon max will be b, equal to b, that's all. So this is the main and this is the actual implementation of the ternary operator. So we will write instead of this, obviously you can see this is the much more shorter version or shorter way to use this. So max will be what? Max will be either a or b. So which value will be stored with max? That will depend upon a greater than b on these conditions. So if we provide, suppose a value is 7 and b value is 5, so what will happen? So 7 greater than 5, is it correct? Yes. So this part, so a means 7 will store into max. Or if we give, suppose max b is 15, so is 7 is greater than 15? So no. So this if part will not execute, so it will jump directly to the else part. Else part is what? B. So b will automatically store into max. Understood? So this is the concept of ternary operator. One more example I am showing you, that is suppose to check whether our number is odd or even, how we will write this part of this program. So in if else construct for checking, so first we will calculate, we will find the remainder. So remainder we will store into r variable, so r is equal to in mod 2. Okay, so then we will start the conditions. So if the value of r is equal to 0, so if the remainder is 0, so we know that system.out.println, that will be the even number. So even we are printing, else system.out.println we will print the number is odd number, that's all. So this is the if else construct. So this if else construct, how we will implement into the through the ternary operator, same things we will do here. So first I am writing over here, if not possible, if it will not fit here, I will move to next line. But remember, you have to write this full ternary operator statement in one line. Always remember, in copy, suppose very complex or nested if else statement is there that need to be converted into the ternary operator. So on that time, obviously it will not be fitted. Theoretically, if you do, it will not be fitted into your copy, obviously. So on that time, you must have to change the line, remember. But practically in machine, when will you do that time, you must have to write the full if else block. Instead, if it will be the nested, so you have to write full statement into the same line, always remember. But in case of the theory, might be it will not it will fit into that particular page or particular line, obviously. So that time you must have to change the line. So here in case of this example, so r value we will first find in mod 2. So from here we are getting the remainder. Okay. So now here you see, under the if block and else block, nothing is storing over here. So what is happening? In both the cases it is printing. So in this case we will not write this equal to or any equal to. So direct we will start from the condition. So condition is what? R is equal to 0, then if system dot out dot println, okay, I am rubbing, so I think you will memorized it, so I am rubbing. So system dot out dot println, within the quotation I will write even, else means colon, system dot out dot println, in the next line here I am writing odd. So either even will be printed or odd will be printed, and that one will be printed on the basis of r equal to 0. So if this condition returns true, this value will be printed, otherwise this value will print. Understood? So this is the concept of if ternary operator. Actually so what we have learned from here, so basically ternary operator is the substitute of the if else block. It can also be nested. So like this, suppose one nested, I am showing you how it will be nested. It will be little bit complicated. Just for suppose this statement I am first writing. So how we will write, for finding the maximum number between among the three numbers. So we did, if a is greater than b and a is greater than c, then max will be a, else if b is greater than c, then max will be c, else max will be, max will be b here, or max will be c. So this statement, this full statement, how we will write into full ternary operator. So how we will write, first we will give this condition. So a greater than b and a greater than c, so first here the variable we are using to store, so obviously here we will use the max equal to. So first we will start with the max equal to. So max is equal to, depending upon this condition, first if a greater than b and a greater than c, then here if it happens, then what will happen, question mark, max equal to a, so a is storing. If it is not, then one more condition, if it is not, else. So else means what, colon, this is the colon. So else, again condition, so condition is what, b greater than c. So this is the condition, b greater than c. So if it happens, then what is the value coming, if part. So if part, again you give the question mark, it is b. If this condition works, b greater than c, so max equal to b, so we are storing b. Otherwise if it is not this else, so this else, max will be c. That is all, and this line also you have to write followed by here. So this is the complete statement. So max will be either a or b or c. When max will be a, when this condition will satisfy. When b will, max will be b, when this condition will not satisfy but this condition will satisfy. And when max will be c, when neither this condition will satisfy nor this condition will satisfy. So that time max will be c. Understood? So this is the nested ternary operator, using of nested ternary operator. So understood children, I hope you have understood. So in this class only this much, in the next class we will learn few more things. So thank you for watching and have a nice day.